Welcome to my channel. Let's start by taking a nice deep breath in, sweeping the arms up, clasping the hands, flip the palms, stretching up, creating length through the spine, engaging the pelvic floor, feeling the stomach lengthening. Release the arms down. Place the hands on your lower back, on your sacrum. Bring the hips forwards, open the chest, gaze up, go back as far as feels good for your back. Coming back. Gonna drop the chin towards the chest, slide the hands down the back of the legs until you reach the ankles. Give yourselves a good stretch over. Gonna bend the knees, bring the belly towards the thighs, and then stretch the legs, reach the sits bones up. Again, bend the knees, drop the head over, really release the upper body and stretch the legs. Then we're going to bend the right knee and the left knee. Again, the right knee, stretch out behind the left leg. Bend the left knee, stretch out behind the right leg. Softly bend the knees, relax over. Then roll the tailbone down, coming up one vertebra after another. Again, take the arms up, clasp the hands, stretching up. This time maybe take the arms a bit further back. Let's clasp the hands behind the back. Take the arms back to open the chest, lift the gaze up. And then diving over, you can bend the knees. Relax the head and stretch the knees. Bending both knees, stretching, and then again playing with bending one knee and then the other knee, allowing the arms and the shoulders to react to the movement of the knees. Relax the arms down, relax the head down, and let's come to a downward facing dog. Bending one knee and then the other knee. Keep playing with that each time, really try and reach the heel a bit further down towards the floor. And then both heels down towards the floor, long spine. Sweep the right leg up, bend that right knee, open the right hip. Centering the hips, bring the knee in towards the forehead, rounding the spine, lift the stomach up. And bring that right foot in between the hands for a lunge. Left knee on the floor, really allow your hips to sink down, and you might choose to stay there or place both hands on your right knee, pressing gently down to lengthen the spine, open the chest. We're gonna bring the left leg in a little bit, straighten out both legs, allow the top of the head to drop over. Coming to the down dog, lengthening the spine, and sweep the left leg up, open up the left hip, bend the left knee up towards the ceiling, square the hips off round the spine, forehead to knee, knee to forehead, pull the stomach in, and then bring that left foot forward to the lunge, right knee in towards the floor, sinking down with the hips. And you can either stay there or place the hands on the left knee, press down with the hands to open the chest, lengthening through the spine. And tuck the toes of the back leg, bring it in a little bit, relax the top of the head over, lengthening both legs, back to the downward facing dog. Lift up both heels, round the back, transfer the weight forwards, and then bring the weight back. Heels press into the mat. Lifting up, really lift the stomach round through the back. Transfer weight forwards and back. And we're going to gradually increase the movement. So you might want to take your hands a bit further forwards, coming all the way forwards, opening the chest, then bend the knees to stretch back. Rippling through the spine all the way. Open your chest, bending the knees, stretching back. Let's walk the feet forwards towards the front of the mat, opening up the legs to a wide position. And just play with moving a little bit from the right to the left. Opening up the hips, creating some mobility in the feet as well. Let the head look from right to left. And then coming to center, allow the hips to sink down. If you can, bring the hands to the center of the chest. Use the elbows to open the knees even more. And gently set your hips down onto the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Inhale, lengthen. Bring yourself forwards on a long diagonal. Keep lengthening more and more and more. And then let your head relax over. Drop the top of the head over towards your feet. Relax the shoulders. Take gentle pulses, dropping the head down and lifting the stomach up. Rolling up one vertebra after another, holding onto the knees, lengthening up, and then exhale, rounding through, drawing the navel in, really lengthening through the spine, opening in between the shoulder blades. Coming up to a long spine, deep breath in, and again, exhale, rounding back. Really draw the navel in, relax the shoulders. Coming up, reach the fingertips forwards, and again, rounding back. And coming up, long spine, long arms. Rounding vertebra by vertebra down towards the mat. Coming up, reaching forwards. Again, rounding back, vertebra by vertebra. Coming up, stretch the arms up, stretch the legs long, and stretching over. You can hold on to your feet or anywhere else on the legs that feels good. Just give yourself a good stretch over. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, relax the head even more. Coming up, and again, rolling back towards the floor. Coming over, stretching forwards. Rolling back, drawing the navel in, reaching the fingertips, really lengthening the back body. And stretching over. Rounding back, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Relax your head all the way down. This time we're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest. Lengthen the left leg. And circling the foot and the ankle in one direction. Circling it in the other direction. Stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. Hold on behind the leg wherever feels best for you, and lift the head up towards the leg. Bring the leg towards the head. Release the head down. Going to open the leg to the side so you can hold on to your foot or anywhere else on the leg that feels best. Breathing into that stretch. And let's change arms. So the left hand holds the leg, takes it over to the left. The right arm opens to the side. And breathe. Let go of the leg, and we're going to open it over to the right. And then taking it over to the left, allowing the hip to come up. Drawing it an arc with the toes to the right. To the left, stretch that leg out to the left. One more time, open to the right. This time when we go to the left, bend the knee, place the left hand over the knee. Open the right arm, right shoulder drops down towards the floor. Into the four-figure stretch, opening up the right knee, bring the left knee in towards you. And you might want to gently rock from side to side. And just stretch both legs out, relax them. Hugging the left knee in towards the chest, lengthen the right leg. Let's circle the toes and the ankle of the left foot in one direction. And in the other direction, nice big circles. Stretch the leg up, hold on wherever you want behind the leg. Lift the head up, try and get the head towards the leg and the leg towards the head. Relax that head down. Open the leg to the side, so bend the knee. You might want to hold on to your foot or any other part of the leg. Are you breathing into that stretch? And then change the hands. Take the leg over towards the right. Open the left shoulder. Then we're going to take that arc from left to right, opening the leg to the left, over to the right, allowing the hip to come up. One more time, opening, coming back. This time bend the knee towards the floor, place the right hand over the leg, open the left shoulder, the left arm. Open that knee and we'll go for the four-figure stretch. Bring the right knee in towards you, hold on with your hands, maybe sway very gently from side to side. And breathe. Bring both knees in, holding on behind the legs and rocking up and down, massaging the spine. Coming up to a sitting position, open your legs to a comfortable wide position where you feel a gentle stretch. Walk the hands forwards, drop the top of the head down towards the floor, really softening the muscles of the face and the neck. Slowly rolling up one vertebra after another to a long spine. And again, walking forward with the hands, drop the head. Really releasing, giving in to gravity. Coming up, bend the right knee in. If you can, maybe open the left leg out a little bit more, and you're going to take a side bend. So maybe you'll hold on to your left foot or your left leg, really opening the right side of the rib cage, lengthening, opening, coming back. Let's switch sides. Stretch the right leg out, bend the left knee in, walk the hands towards the foot, grab on wherever feels best, opening the left side of the rib cage, lengthening, relaxing the head. Coming up, this time open your legs as wide as you feel you can and really go for that stretch. Relax the head down. Breathe deeply, each exhalation softening the body. And coming up, we're going to transition to lying on the side. Bend both knees, hold on to the ankle of the top leg with your hand and stretch the leg back. Each exhalation, draw the stomach in, lengthen the spine. Then you want to take the leg up towards the ceiling, perhaps holding onto the foot or anywhere else on the leg that feels good. Stretch the leg towards you and bring the leg down towards the floor, stretching the back of the leg. Take the leg back, and with the bent knee we're going to take circles of the leg in the hip socket, creating lots of mobility, lubricating the movement of the joint, and reverse the direction of the circle. Just nice, easy, fluid movement. Coming up to sitting in a mermaid position, hand on the hip rotation. Feel how it resonates through the spine and back. So again, creating lots of mobility in the hips. And play with it. You might want to take it in a circular movement. Just notice how the spine reacts, how the head reacts to this movement. Might want to reverse the direction of those circles. And then reach the top arm up and over for a side bend, lengthening both sides of the body, and then thread the top arm through. You're trying to get your elbows to touch as you lift the stomach, drop the head, and breathe. Before we go to the other side, let's come to an all-fours position, spreading the fingers. On the exhale, round the back, draw the stomach in. On the inhale, arch the back and bend the elbows back to increase. So going at your own pace, cat and cow, rounding and arching the spine, feeling the connection of the hands into the floor, really rippling through. Go for a puppy pose. Walk the hands forwards, keep the hips up high. You can either stay with your arms long or bend your elbows. Bring your fingertips towards your shoulders. Allow the chest to soften. And let's transition to lying on the other side. So both knees bent. Hold onto the ankle with your top hand. Stretch the leg back as you lift the stomach and lengthen the spine, opening up the front of the thigh. Taking the leg up, maybe holding onto your foot or your calf or anywhere else that feels good as you stretch the leg towards your head and bring the leg towards the floor. Really relax it into the floor, stretching the back of the leg. Take the leg back, bend the knee and circling the leg, creating the mobility of the leg in the hip socket, maintaining the length through the spine. Reverse the direction of the circle. Easy, flowing movement. And coming up to that mermaid seated position, hand on the hip. I'm going to play with rotating the hip, rotating through the spine and maybe creating circular movements. Really play with what feels right for you. Maybe reverse the direction of the circle. Notice how the head's reacting to the movement. And sweep the top arm over for a side bend, lengthening both sides of the body, opening the ribs, and slide the hand through, thread it through. Elbows want to come closer together as the stomach lifts up and the head relaxes down. Coming to an all fours position. This time walk your hands forwards towards the front of the mat, and we're going to play with transferring the weight forwards and backwards, keeping the spine long. Really play with how much you take the weight forwards, how much you reach it back. Keep the stomach connected to support the spine. Again, forwards as far as feels good. And this time back all the way, hips towards your heels. Relax your head down. We're going to come up through a round spine. Drop the hips down as you open the chest. Perhaps gaze up and then rounding the spine to go back. So again, that sense of rippling through the spine, mobilizing the spine, rounding, and then dropping the hips down as you lengthen the spine, open the chest, rounding the back all the way till your hips touch the heels. One more time, rippling forward. This time we're going to stay in that extended position and turn the head to look over the right shoulder, over the left shoulder. And again, play with that. You might want to take some circles of the head one way or the other way, and finding what feels good for you. Coming back to that rest position, relax the head into the mat. Tuck the toes and reach the hips up so we're back in that downward facing dog. Reach the heels down towards the floor. Reach the sits bones up. Lengthen through the spine. Feel both hands pressing down into the floor. Sweep the right leg up. Again, we're going to open up that hip, bend the knee, try and lift the knee up even higher this time. And squaring off the hips, rounding the back, forehead to knee, knee to forehead. Bring the right foot forward to a lunge. Stretch the back leg out. We're going to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling as the left hand presses into the mat. Open the right foot out a little bit. Bend the left knee down towards the floor. If you can, bring the forearms down as you lift the stomach up. Really sink into the stretch. So you might just stay there, or if you want an extra quad stretch, bend the left leg, hold onto it with the right hand, and get a twist for your shoulders as you stretch the front of the thigh. Making our way back to the down dog. We're going to do all that to the other side. So sweep the left leg up, bend the left knee, open the hip, try and lift the knee up even higher. Both hands press equally into the mat. Square off the hips, round the back, bring the left foot forward, reach the left arm up towards the ceiling as you press the right hand into the mat. Open the left foot a little bit, bring the right knee onto the mat, and if you can, come down onto the forearms. Relax the head over as you lift the stomach. You can either choose to stay there or take that quad stretch. Your left hand reaches towards the foot, pulls it in towards you as you open the shoulders, lengthening through the spine. Let that go. Let's come back to that downward facing dog, reaching the heels down, reaching the hips up. Then we're going to walk our feet to a wide-legged position, holding on to each opposite elbow with the hand and just swaying from side to side. Press the feet into the floor, slowly rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Turn the heels in, toes out, rolling down again. And we're going to bend both knees and stretch both knees. Again, really opening the knees over your feet and stretch. Bending one knee, really increasing the stretch. And then walking through to the other side, seeing how low can you go. Again. Maybe you want to make the stretch a little bit deeper this time. You can flex the foot and over to the other side, really getting deep into the stretch. And when you're ready, bring your legs a little bit closer together so you can roll up one vertebra after another. Place the hands on the knees. We're going to open one knee and look over the opposite shoulder and back. And again, open the knee, use the hand to really press it open and rotate. Again, open the knee, look over the opposite shoulder. One more time to the other side, really open that knee, relax it down and rolling up vertebra by vertebra. You can take a little spine twist. So swinging your arms, you can give yourself a little pat on the back or a pat on the shoulder. Just play with it, see where your hands end up. Rotating and gradually bringing that to an end. And finishing off as we started, taking a really deep breath in, reaching the arms up, bringing the hands to touch, and bringing the hands to the center of the chest. I hope you enjoyed doing this short sequence with me, that you now feel a bit more open and energized. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already so we can do more classes together.